for second year literature students. Today I'll take up the poem Enterprise written by Nissim Ezekiel. In the poem, Nissim Ezekiel describes a metaphysical journey of some enthusiastic people of which the speaker is also a part. This journey can also be compared to the human condition on earth, which is full of difficulties and failures. This pilgrimage is set to achieve a specific goal. The poem consists of 6 stanzas having 5 lines each. The rhyme scheme of the poem is A B A B A. First, I'll take up the first stanza. It started as a pilgrimage, exalting minds and making all the burdens light. The second stage explored but did not test the call. The sun bent down to match our rays. In the first stanza, the first poet says that he went on a pilgrimage, or the speaker says that he went on a pilgrimage along with a number of other people. All of them were quite enthusiastic, so their minds were full of joy and excitement for the pilgrimage. This excitement made the burden of troubles very light. Thus, all the problems and difficulties that they were yet to face seemed to be nothing before their enthusiasm. This was the first stage of their pilgrimage. This stage can be compared to the early youth of man, in which he is quite innocent and unaware of the problems and failures of adulthood. With this enthusiasm and vigor, they enter the second stage of their pilgrimage. The second stage of their journey was full of troubles and difficulties. The sun, that symbolizes harshness of nature, was burning hot. It it tried to neutralize the fire of enthusiasm that was burning in them. However, it failed to kill their burning desire. The innocence of first stage withers away in this stage. So, in the first stanza, the speaker and the other fellow men, they were full of enthusiasm, and you know the second stage explored but did not test the call. The sun bent down to match our rage. Rage is enthusiasm that they had. And the sun, the scorching sun, did not in a way dissuade them to go ahead. They were full of enthusiasm. And so the sun failed to kill their burning desire. The second stanza, we stood it very well, I thought, observed and put down copious notes on things the peasants sold and bought, the way of serpents and of goats, 3 cities where a sage had taught. In this stanza, the speaker says that he thought that they succeeded well in facing all the difficulties coming on their way. On their way, they kept themselves busy by noting down the things sold and bought by the farmers. They also noted down the ways of snakes and goats, as well as the description of the 3 cities where a hermit was teaching lessons. However, they did not notice what he was teaching. In this stanza, the poet or the speaker wants to tell how people get distracted from their goal when they are on the journey of their life. They waste their energy in doing useless things. Stanza 3. But when the differences arose on how to cross a desert patch, we lost a friend whose stylish prose was quite the best of all our batch. A shadow falls on us and grows. What happens? Soon the pilgrims reached a stage where differences of opinions arose among them, arguing about how to cross the challenging landscape. As a result of one of the members of the group who wrote the most stylish prose and was intellectual leaves the group and goes his own way. Thus, the shadow of disagreement fell into their enterprise and continues to grow. This happens that we start a thing with a group with a spirit to go ahead, but then suddenly, disagreement, arises among the group. So the ego of thus people weakens the integrity of pilgrimage. The ego of people who were going on the pilgrimage together, their ego, weakens the honesty of their purpose. Stanza 4. Another phase was reached when we were twice attacked and lost our. A section claimed its liberty to leave the group. I tried to pray. Our leader said he smelled the sea. Now, what happens? They reach another stage of pilgrimage where they divide into groups, each attacking the other, forgetting all about the aspirations that united them for pilgrimage. As a result, they lose their way. In other words, the goal and purpose of the journey are lost. Being dissatisfied with the leader, some of them leave the group. The speaker, being helpless, could not do anything and thus starts praying. The leaders feels that they were near to the sea, that is, the destination was near. Stanza 5. We noticed nothing as went a straggling crowd of little hope, ignoring what the thunder meant, deprived of common needs life so. Some were broken, some merely some merely bent. However, soon they became what do these lines means? However, soon they become aware of the fact that it was false hope from the leader as they find nothing on their way. They were now a group of aimless and hopeless wanderers, their noble aspirations wither away. They could not hear the thundering of inner self, nor could they interpret what it meant. They were now without even petty things like soap. Being totally exhausted, some of them could not walk anymore, while some bent down with pain. Thus, the enthusiasm fades away and their burden becomes intolerable or unbearable. Stanza 6. When finally we reach the place, we hardly know why we were there. The trip had darkened every face. Our deeds were neither great nor rare. Home is where we have to gather grace. In this stanza, the pilgrim, exhausted, tired and frustrated, finally reach their destination or goal. However, there is no joy of fulfillment on their faces. Instead, they wonder why they undertook the journey, as it now seems to be meaningless and unworthy of the undertaking. They forget their noble aspiration. Everyone is hopeless. None of them finds anything heroic in their journey, as a number of other pilgrims had already achieved the goal. For the poet or the speaker, living at home with inner satisfaction is the biggest achievement of all. Hence, the journey that started with enthusiasm ends with grief, despair, regret, and hopelessness. So, I have given you the line by line explanation of the poem, and I will discuss the poem in the next lecture. Thank you.